I've been fighting for a win, don't need no gimmick. When the lights go down and the crowd starts to roar, I'm coming for the belt, man, I'm coming for more. The struggle's real, but the hustle's heavy. This ain't a game, it's a fight for the ready. We fight through the noise, breaking down walls. Every time we fall, we rise, stand tall. They talking, they hating, but we keep moving. Ain't no stopping the crowd, we choose it. Through the blood, through the pain, we living for the glory. Through the hurt and the shame, we fight through the noise, can't hear a thing. We making our moves, we own everything. Wrestling through pain, breaking all chains. This is our world and we taking the reins. Rise up from the ashes, rise from the dirt. From the first bell ring to the final hurt, we fight through the noise, we won't be ignored. This is our story, we're taking the floor. Through the ropes, through the crowd, we don't quit. Ain't no fear when you're fighting with grit. Body slam, then we stand, take the blow. A real champ knows when it's time to grow. Tearing up the ring, tear up the doubt.
I guess we're live. Guys, I want to apologize right away on behalf of Joseph Patrick McHoulihan Vitanza. I apologize on Joe's behalf. Normally, there would be 150 to 200 people live watching right now, but Joe forgot to pay the bots.
Damn it.
The bots this week. Normally, we have 5 minutes of like 150 people watching, and then goes down to like 20.
Damn it, Joe. It's your one job.
But they never comment, and they're totally not bots.
I apologize. I will try to do better next week. Just sit here and drink my San Pellegrino water.
You should San Pellegrino.
Yes. You know, Italian water.
That's right. Damn right. I got a whole case of San Pellegrino, baby. Because Italians do everything better. So, yeah, anyway, if you happen to be watching a wrestling show, I don't know, I'll pick a night. Let's say Saturdays. And you see 150 people watching, and then 5 minutes later, it's 20. But it's always the same 15 people commenting in the comments. Those are bots. And it's stupid, right? Here's the thing. Whatever you want to do, whatever.
Here we go. Here comes the rant. Get ready.
Listen, if it makes you feel like a big man or a champ or whatever, like, then do it. If it's making you feel good, do it. But just so you understand that everybody else knows and you look stupid as hell. As long as you understand that going in, then do what you want to do. But you look ridiculous and people are laughing at you. That being said.
Dude, I was looking at James Ellis's profile picture. He's got long hair now.
The Ellis has long hair? What the hell? This is crazy.
Maybe he did in honor of Shawn Michaels, who turned 60 today and lost all his.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe.
We're going to do a lot of crazy things today. One of the things we're going to do, last night I watched something. No, 2 nights ago I watched something. I'll tell you about it in a second. But we're going to compare the C4 and the Classic Shields premium crumb rinds. These are the two premier crumb rinds in the game. There are no better unless you go to crumb rind themselves.
But I thought do you have the CS in your hand?
They're both here.
Okay, yeah.
Both here. They're ready to go.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
There are noticeable differences between the two. I am not going to say, I think it's not for me to say which one is better, since I own both, and I'm going to keep both.
Mm-hmm.
I like both. Invested like a lot of money. I'm not going to say the number because my girlfriend might be watching. But
Son of a bitch. I'll tell you.
But I like them. And I'm going to give everybody else the opportunity to say, hey, this, I like this one better than that one. So we're going to do a lot of things. One of the things we're going to do is look at this. I got this. Somebody messaged me, and I want to thank them. I'm starting to get into mini belts, and I'm trying not to do that. And
I've been instructed with the task of murdering him if he continues to do into them, and I've accepted that.
So, but this is really cool, and this was like a steal on WWE Shop. It was less than $150, and you know that's a hell of a price, right? Mm-hmm. So one of my friends in the hobby messaged me. I forget who it was, but he messaged me,
Looks like a little lunchbox.
It is like a little lunchbox. It's the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then you open it, and it's actually a really nice looking belt. I also ordered the Evolution mini belt because I had to have that. I don't know why.
Of course you did. Carmine, I hate Evolution. I will not watch
I hate women's wrestling.
Yes.
It's 1955.
The
I
hell
hate
with
anything that promotes women, but yet I'm going to buy their little belt.
And because, you know what? That card was amazing.
I
It
didn't
was
see
a
it.
good show. It was actually a good show. It really
It's
was.
it's not about promoting women. Listen, I saw the other day, I didn't watch, but I saw pictures of the WNBA players, and they're wearing the shirts that says, pay us what you owe us. And I thought if they pay you what you're actually worth, you'll owe millions of dollars to the men in the NBA because you still don't draw money. You're still being subsidized. You're still at $1 a game, or $1 a season, you're being overpaid. You don't draw money. So
I was going to give you an idea for both of your crumb rinds, but I don't want to because I know you would do this.
tell me.
Put them both like next to each other. One with the Flair nameplate, the other one with a Steamboat nameplate. And you get a Chi-Town Rumble poster right above it.
Well, look it up. Yep, he's looking right now. I might as well start.
Listen, I don't
I
have.
might as well start looking for it now because he'll ask me to. So I'll just.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't keep figures with my belts, but I'm thinking I will put a Steamboat and a Flair. If I do that, a Steamboat and a Flair figure on the display here in this particular case.
Oh.
I won't get into putting figures with all the belts because way too many.
Hold on.
So, without further ado, oh my God, they kidnapped Joe. Speak to us, Joe. Oh my God, he's gone. What are we gonna do? Moose, what did you do?
All right. So let's see. We got one for $13. Didn't take long. No.
You mean
Just send me links. What is
figures
this?
like these?
Oh, these are beautiful. Let's take a look. Yeah, I want to get those. You bastard.
They're amazing. They arrived on Saturday.
You know what arrived today?
Yep.
I got it just for this belt right here.
And then I happen to have one of them loose right here.
But as Mike pointed out, hopefully they'll show it,
It's a Hasbro.
there is a dual-plated.
Winged Eagle. Yeah, I have mine loose here. Let's see if we can.
So me and Vinny figured this out. The Warrior is based off the Hasbro Warrior.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's based off the poster. I don't know if you can see it there over in the gold difference. And
That
the
is
Hasbro
cool.
was based off that though too. So it was
Mike,
based.
show that. Give it up to screen again, please.
What?
Now, are you going to really tell me that you are going to paint that heavyweight banner? That is microscopic.
No, I'm not. What are you talking?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were going to paint the heavyweight banner so that it didn't have the black in it.
No, you had said to me about I shouldn't use acetone on this to make it look like the original dual play. So I'm not going to do that. If I was going to do it, because I made in the past a dual plated one for my Andre. All I did was I painted over the eagle with the gold, like with a different style gold. So like it almost looked different, like, you know, and in the process of that, painted over the heavyweight banner as well. The same time.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, you'd have to. I think only a machine could do that. Which, by the way, shut up. You're taking over the whole conversation. Oh, I get it. So that girl M's Mad World, when she said I found you, she was talking about you.
I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, I thought maybe this is one of your chickies.
No.
Never know what you lose. Are you guys ready to do the comparisons of the crumb rinds?
Yes.
I have been waiting for this.
And I sent you the eBay link to the said Chi-Town Rumble poster.
Thank you.
Now,
Now, question, and this is rhetorical, maybe so I can tell you. Does anybody else in the hobby have both of these? Like, kept both of these? I'd be curious to know.
Huh.
So here we go. Let's start with the C4.
and he froze.
Who froze?
You for a second, you froze for a few
It is
seconds.
a beauty. Absolutely beautiful.
Everything's great except that nameplate. That's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
But,
like
yeah.
That's like David Arquette winning the.
Sorry, this is not the C4. This is the Classic
Oh,
Shield.
God, he doesn't even freaking know.
I grabbed the wrong one. So we'll start with the Classic Shield.
Yeah.
So you could tell the difference when you
I
grab
can.
one.
Yeah, I can. So this is the Classic Shields. Hey, look who's there.
I'm not putting any comments up yet. We want to see the
Correct.
view here.
I'm not going to say anything.
Gold pops.
It does, definitely. And so I noticed a little difference. So there's your shields. I noticed a little difference to me in the gold coloring.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you shut your mouth, Ricky. No, I just grabbed the first one I saw. So the back, pretty standard. Stitching. Trail grooves.
Till that dog takes a bite out of that leather.
That
You out of your mind.
would make it the greatest show in the history of Wrestling Belt podcast. If that would happen.
So that's how it looks on the shoulder. That is the Classic Shields. I don't know. It's probably dyed brown, but I don't know. Now, this is what you can't notice is that there's a difference in texture when you touch these two belts, and you can't notice that on screen, unfortunately. So this is the C4. Now, to me, it looks like a different color gold.
It does.
Yeah. And the silver is much more prominent on this one too.
It is much more prominent, much more noticeable.
Yeah.
It is absolutely gorgeous, stunning. Now the plates, the side plates are definitely more curved here.
Yeah, you could definitely see a big curve in them, like huge
Which-
curve on there.
Well, a lot of people don't know they actually were when it debuted. I watched that the other day.
Is the strap longer on the C4 too? It seems like it might be longer,
I'll check that in a second.
at least on the female snap side.
You see the stitching, beautifully done.
I wish they put like
And-
a stamp on the end of the leather for the C4.
So they put their stamp on the back.
Ah,
You see right there? Now they did the proper color. They do the proper color
mhm.
on the back, which the it's not the same. This is real leather on the back here, whereas the Classic Shields is more like just a standard backing. And this is the over the shoulder. And so this is really, because some people prefer the C4, some prefer the Classic Shields, and that's why I'm not opining on which one I prefer. It's a matter of personal taste. But so the C4 definitely has a longer strap.
Okay.
By a good bit.
That's
And
so it's the Dusty Fit belt, basically.
Yeah. So this is the C4. This is the Classic Shields.
so from my point of view, right now, where you're sitting, looking at both of these belts, like when you had it straight, like it looks like the CS has more gold than the C4. But like when you turned a little bit, you saw the gold of the C4.
I mean, God, they're both gorgeous. It really is hard to. I don't know if I had to pick just one. I don't know which one I'd pick. I'll be very honest with you.
Looking at it through the screen, obviously not being able to see them in person. For me, if you put both of those up and said, Mike, pick one, I would probably actually pick the Classic Shields. Honestly, I think the Classic Shield just pops more. Like I don't know.
So let me say this now. One thing I want to point out. Again, not saying which one's better or worse. these letters here, when you run your finger over them, there's definitely a difference when you run your finger over these belts in what they feel like, and you'd have to be in person to see that. These pop out, a little bit. They're carved in, and so they pop out a little bit. But on the C4, they really pop out, and you can really feel it. So they're like maybe double the popping out here on the C4. I don't know which one is more correct, to be honest with you. I don't know. But if you asked me just by appearance, again, I don't know the intricate details. I know that the way it's made, the C4 is more accurate. If you asked me by looking at it, which one, when Flair debuted the belt, to what I'm looking at right here, which one looks more like the belt Flair debuted, I would say the Classic Shields. That's what I think. The C4 looks thick, he said.
It doesn't matter like which one you choose, like which one is better.
No.
But you know how like people say like CS has fanboys. C4 also has her fanboys
Absolutely.
as well.
The CS is actually thicker.
So it's like, it's hard to compare. It's hard to pick. Like it's whichever one
measuring tape
you prefer.
Yeah, it is about what you prefer. And C4 absolutely has fanboys. CS has fanboys.
Mm-hmm.
And they both should have fanboys because they're both fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fanboy of both. I'm going to go measure them. So I'll put you guys a hold. Just like there's things I like about each one of them that's different. I will say somebody said the C4 leather is better, and that's absolutely.
You should watch SummerSlam 91. They added on the WWE Vault on YouTube where Bobby the Brain Heenan goes to Hulk Hogan's locker room and he has that belt up.
That's right.
Yeah, this is so.
And then it falls.
This is definitely the C4 leather is definitely far and away.
Get it, Bale. Get it.
But like you'll see a difference. So like the CS is like more floppy. So like you could do this very easily. You could do this very easily. It's more malleable. It's more. I didn't like a floppy for this. It's malleable.
You know.
Whoa! Put that back up like that. That looks like Flair's debut.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So put me large screen, Mike, if you can.
Yep. We'll do. There we go.
That's right. I'm custom made from head to toe.
Can you do that with the C4?
So that's the thing. I don't think you can unless you really folded it. Because it's not broken in. I mean, you can. It's not broken in. It's a tougher leather.
Yeah.
Because, don't forget, it's the tougher leather is actually better leather.
Mm-hmm.
And, wrestlers, they break them in, the sweat over the years. How much were the plates, the side plates curved when it debuted would be an interesting question if it can get answered, because that would be.
I honestly don't think it was that much, really. I think they're
a big difference. Yeah, it might be overkill. I don't know. The gold does look different, and like Joe said, one of the things I noticed, the gold looks different, and the silver pops a little more. Probably more than it did on the big gold, on the crumb rind. To me,
I kind of look at it this way. It feels to me like, and this is just my opinion, like the CS looks like it did when it first debuted, whereas the C4 kind of looks like it was after it was through the ringer for a bit, like when it was later.
Are you actually making that wrong?
No. What?
The C4 looks like when it debuted. The Classic Shields looks like when it was.
No, I think the Classic Shields looks like when it was newer.
Looks more like the debut.
Yeah, and the C4 looks more like after it was roughed up a bit.
So
both are gorgeous. Both are distinct.
Both gorgeous. Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of Flair holding it when it debuted, and it's hard to tell if the side plates are curved or not.
They're definitely curved because I was watching the World Championship Wrestling where he debuted on television. Moose, I thought you would be into this conversation. This is your thing.
I'm listening.
I thought you'd be opining with your knowledge, your breadth of knowledge.
I mean, when you look at the Classic Shields,
real quick, I'll be listening to you, but I'll be off camera. I'll be measuring this. So go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, the Classic Shields looks more like the belt that we saw on TV when it debuted on national TV. The classic shields, and then the C4 does look like after it got broke in a little bit, so to speak, because of the darker strap. And then it does look like the belt that Dusty won in '86 at the Great American Bash, because that's so. If you look at the picture of him with the belt, that silver really pops.
Yes.
So.
I mean, ultimately, I think it comes down to 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's just whichever one you prefer. They're both great belts.
All right, so take these numbers down.
I'm not writing nothing down. The hell?
It's the C4. I'm just saying, listen. The C4 is 60 inches.
Okay.
And we're now measuring the classic shields. Oh, they look close. They look closer now. Classic shields is 58.5 inches. So it's pretty damn close.
Okay, so it's not as noticeable as I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's not. I thought it was too.
Won't be measuring anything else either.
I mean, they're both a collector's piece. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they'd both be the centerpiece, I think, of any collection.
oh yeah.
Which one you would decide to do it. So did Bayo eat it yet? We're waiting.
So tomorrow, God willing, or tonight, maybe probably tomorrow though, I'm going to post the side-by-side pictures and let people decide for themselves. I can't tell you which one is better. I really like them both for different reasons. Where did you land? Which one, if you had to pick one?
It's tough because, like I said, they both look like iterations of the belt. And
But if you're taking one home, which one's it going to be?
probably the C4.
Mike?
Classic Shields, I think. I just feel like it pops more.
Batanza.
Probably go with the CS by a slight minimal margin. But I'll be called a CS fanboy, so it don't matter.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to decide. I said to Dan McMahon, he asked which one I would pick. I said, you're always partial to the one you just got.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to be slightly partial to the one you just got because you just got it. And it's new. So Vinny says, I disagree, fellas. C4 is as it debuted and the CS is as it ended when it flattened and looks larger. I would agree with that. I agree with Vinny on that. Joe, you damn fanboy.
I'm not collecting belts no more, so what do I know?
Yeah, so we have some topics on tap, but Mike,
Yes.
before we get to those topics, you shared with us the UFC is in the Fanatic show.
Yeah, UFC Classic design belt is back in. Well, I don't know if it was ever there to begin with, but somebody I noticed online posted. They're like, "Hey, this is available on Fanatics." And I went there, and there's several belts. That's there. What do they call the UFC Legacy belts?
The newer one, yeah.
Yeah, that's there as well. And I think what is this? The Pride belt?
Ooh.
That's there as well. So there's various prices. The Legacy belt is the most expensive of the three, but
Which I find interesting because it's not the V3.
No, it's the V4.
And so with the V4, it's the same way as the V3, just thinner, right?
Yeah, I mean, the V4 is basically the same as the V2.
Yeah, so I have the V3, so there's no need for that. But I would like to see the Pride belt.
it's there.
So where do you find it when you go on there?
I just typed in UFC, and then I was scrolling down. There's like 17 pages of stuff, but they're in there. Like, there's like one each page.
What if I just type in UFC belt?
UFC Pride Fighting Championship.
Okay, so the BMF is on there also.
Why do I not see it?
Okay, the Pride belt is ugly. The Legacy is almost gone. Why do they call it the Legacy if it's new?
Because it was the new one when it debuted. They just decided to call it the Legacy.
I don't like the Pride one at all.
Well, there you go. So you don't have to buy it then. You're not
How come,
recording.
how come UFC belts show the screws in the back?
That's how they've always been.
I haven't they upgraded that?
Well, you feel free to contact Fanatics and your person there and tell them about it.
If you want a BMF, there's only 6 left.
Oh, that's okay. Good.
I always liked the BMF belt.
I had it.
Well, I'm wondering if a lot of people didn't know these were on there because now all of a sudden they're, like you said, they're almost gone. It's like, oh, okay, you know, once word got out, maybe people didn't realize they were actually on there.
Yeah, I liked the BMF. I don't like it $900 worth or $850 worth, but I do like it.
Somebody gifted me the Pride belt. I mean, not the Pride belt. The BMF belt.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a nice gift.
And when I was selling my belts, I gifted that person back the BMF belt.
See, that's the right thing to do. If it was given to you as a gift, don't sell it.
Yeah.
I got mine from Josh Hammer's belt maker.
Newman Ali,
I don't know who it was at the time.
the great Newman Ali, the best belt maker ever.
Yeah, I don't know who it was at the time, but it was good stuff.
I mean, I got my UFC V3. Love it.
You got your what now?
UFC V3. The
Oh
one you
yeah, no, I
have.
got that too. I got it re-leathered, restoned. I may have to re-leather it again.
I may get the Legacy if it ever goes back on sale just because I'm a big UFC fan, so just to have it.
But you almost got to re-leather them though because of the thing. Because
I don't have the V3 leather. I'd rather keep it on the stock strap with the.
well, I got it re-leathered. Like it was re-leathered when I got it.
Just sits in the display case with my autographed UFC memorabilia.
Yeah, you're a big UFC guy. I got the only autograph from UFC I got is a Randy Couture action figure.
Oh, nice. That's a good one to have.
Well, I got just because at the time they're not together anymore, but at the time I was friends with Randy's girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, hey, would he do this for me? And she's like, hey, sure.
So we wanted to, Carmine and I at least, wanted to have a little conversation / rant about belt makers.
Whoa.
And how we're tired of all their freaking bullshit. So now's a good piss break time for you, Moose. You like to?
No, I'm watching Great American Bash '88 from Greensboro.
He's watching porn.
Yeah, it's called the Great American Bash '88 because there's 88 people involved in it. Yeah.
Great American Bash '88. I love the old Great American Bashes.
Dude, this vault stuff that WWE's doing is incredible. It kind of pisses me off that they sat on all this footage for so long when it could have been on the network, but
hopefully we'll get more though, bro.
That we will. We'll. That's why they're doing this. And
hopefully we'll get more because there's stuff missing, bro. There's so much stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I really think that this is the future of the WWE network.
Hey, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, once the agreement runs out with the Peacock.
Bro, let me tell you something, just real quick, Vinny. We're gonna get to this because it's really hard to sell belts right now.
Woo.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's great, Moose. I think let's put all the primetime wrestlings on there, right? Let's put them all on there. Let's put all the superstars. Let's put all Wrestling Challenge instead of the dribs and drabs we've gotten.
Yeah, and at this point, Peacock has no impetus to put anything else up. because they're they're going to be done, you know,
Correct.
in a few months. So they're not interested at all.
And I think we just real quick, I just want to say we'd be remiss if we didn't say that there was it's a sad day, a sad week for 80s fans. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner, aka Theo Huxtable, who a lot of us, I tried to explain, it's not the same as when kids, they don't understand it because it's just not the same. We had appointment television, like we watched that every week at the same time, same channel, same day, every week. And now you can just watch things whenever you do. So it was like, you know, the Huxtables were like members of your family. And then, you know, Ozzy, of course, you know, being what he is and iconic in the music business, you know, it's one of the greatest rockers of all time. So it's just you know, it's just a really rough week. And then, of course, Mike, we forgot one very important thing that I did want to get to, and this will just take 2 seconds, but which is similar to what you said on prom night, but the Coldplay Kiss cam has gotten out of control, just out of control. They're just catching everybody out there. So,
well, I mean, you know, maybe you shouldn't go to a Coldplay concert together. That's all I'm saying.
They're catching everybody. So, Mike, let's talk belts.
Yes, let's talk some belts. I'm gonna say it as this is a tribute to Moose. Fuck the hobby.
Ricky Derry's watching, so he's gonna know this story.
Fuck the makers. So the you know, to some degree, I'm tired of all this bullshit. Like, stop fucking lying to us. I mean, you think we're fools at this point. I'm sick and tired of being lied to about wait times for freaking belts. Sick and tired of being lied to about quality of belts. Sick and tired of being told belts shipped when they didn't.
When they didn't ship.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate this one. Mike, tell my story, please.
You want me to
Don't
tell
give
you?
the name. Don't give the name of the.
Okay. So Carmine, through the generosity of his heart, because he's such a piece of shit asshole, decided to somebody who got screwed over with the belt. He went out of his way and had that specific belt made for somebody. Okay. And didn't ask for anything, just did it out of the goodness of his heart, because again, he's a piece of shit asshole, and this is a piece of shit asshole still. So the belt's been done for like what, a while now.
I was told, can you make final payment on July 1st? Can you make final payment? And he showed me pictures of a finished belt. Belt's ready to ship tomorrow. Okay. So I sent him the payment.
So July 2nd, 20 days ago, it was supposedly sent.
Yeah. Got a tracking number.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous tracking number.
Yes. And what did we find out today? That the person that it was being sent to never received it yet, because shock, it actually hasn't shipped yet.
UPS has never gotten a hold of the package.
Yeah. Why? You want, if there's any makers walking, if you're walking to and watching to, whatever, but if you're watching right now, understand this. First of all, don't bother me because I don't want a belt. Second of all, stop lying to us. Like, you think you're gonna get away with this shit. Like, there's whole
we don't talk to each other.
Yeah, we know what's going on. Just tell us the freaking truth. If a belt is going to take 3 months to make, then say it's going to take about 3 months to make. Don't say, oh, I've done for you in 3 weeks, brother. And then you're waiting, and then 2 months later, you're still waiting for a freaking update. Don't say, oh, I'm shipping it today when you're actually going to ship it next week.
I have another maker I've paid about, on a $5,000 order, I've paid $3,500 to.
Yeah.
And he was going to Crown Jewel. Or not Crown Jewel. It was the one they just had in Saudi Arabia.
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. And he's like, "Oh, can you send me $500 towards your order?" So $500 towards your order. I ordered 9 months ago. You're not anywhere near done, but the only thing you know how to do is ask me for money. Mm-hmm. You'll get $1,500 when it's done. I said, I'm not giving you another dime until they're done. Like, it's crazy. All they know how to do is ask for money. It's always ready to ship, and then it ships like a week later after you pay them because it wasn't ready to ship.
No. My personal favorite was, I won't name the maker, but a specific maker who would ask for money, you'd send them the money, and then he'd be showing pictures of himself on a freaking rented yacht with a bunch of probably prostitutes or whatever, that he picked up and like having a party all weekend. I'm like, well, that's where the money went. It's not going to make my belt. That's where it's going for. I mean, just stop the line. This is why you guys get a bad reputation. This is why people don't want to do business with you. This is why you're not getting anything that you used to get as far as orders go, because people are wise to your freaking ways at this point.
Robinson said he had 18 days for a belt, which of course off the bat is bullshit when you hear that. It's been 2 months and supposedly shipping tomorrow. But this goes back, Mike, to what we're talking about, why the hobby is, I don't want to say dead, it triggers people. I don't want to trigger anybody that's in a chat tonight pretending
it's brain dead on life support with the machine pumping the heart. That's what
it's on life support. And here's why. There was a time I got right now, I got 3 Figures Inc. WWF logo belts for sale at really decent prices. I got a Corey King dual plated tag that is absolutely fucking gorgeous. If you can see it down there, that's the other one. No, you can't see it. That's the other one. That's its twin. But I got one for sale. You could sell those for 2 years ago. I could put that up for $1,500 and sold it in 5 minutes. I got the Brussels Cena spinner and the Indianapolis Cena spinner. All for sale right now. These are all great belts. This isn't like I'm trying to sell crap. I got all great belts sitting on them. Robert Denisi is selling belts right now almost for free that are just standard 4mm zinc. Almost, I mean, they're so cheap, they're almost free. He's been sitting on them for months. Mike's got a beautiful big green he's got for sale. He's sitting on it 2 weeks. And we're not even, it's not that they're sitting on, we're not even getting bites.
No.
People aren't even asking.
I paid $400 for that, put it up for $300 shipped, not one single bites. Now I lowered it to $250. Still no single bite. I'm not lowering anymore. That's it. I'll sit here with it then.
That's what I said. I'll keep them in storage before I go any lower. I don't have to sell them. So
I just want to sell because I don't need to. I got that new one from you that's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, I don't really need 2 of these. There's nothing wrong with the one I have. It just, I like yours better.
I was fortunate to sell my belts 2 years ago when I was selling my collection. It was fortunate. They went quick and it was just. But now you see these threads of like for sale posts, Friday for sale posts.
First of all, don't even post your belt in the Friday for sale post. Nobody's messaging you.
No.
Your belt is going to get buried in there. Nobody's messaging.
But you see the same belts every week.
Every week. It's the same belts. Nobody's buying. So part of the issue is we're not attracting new people to the hobby. That's a major issue. People talk about the economy, this and everything. We are not. We are the same people that were here 3 years ago are the same people here now. And the difference between now and 3 years ago is we have the belts we wanted. So when people are putting shit for sale, we don't need it. We've already got it. That's one big issue.
Yeah, I mean, here's right here. Yeah, $200 less than the shop, and on Fanatics, and still no one, no bites.
Baffling.
I mean, no bites. So
you know what it is too. There's not a sales group anymore in the hobby. Brothers of the Belt used to be the group, right? You put your belt up in there, it would sell. I don't know if that's part of the reason. There's not a group. Most of these groups don't like sales. Yeah.
No, a lot of these groups, it's you got to be in the Friday post.
But Belt Talk allows you to do legitimate belts.
Yeah.
And I got a lot for sale. I sold a couple in there, but I mean, people got what they got. They don't need other belts. So the best place to go, and I hate doing it, but the best place you're going to get action is on eBay. It's the best place to sell. It's unfortunate. You just come in a little lower than everybody else, and you got to pay that fee, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to, you got to pay the fee, and it's a pain in the ass. But if you're trying to move stuff and you're trying to sell it, and for me, it's not so much about, like I said, it's not about the money. I'm not concerned about the money. I just need to move them, right? But the truth is, if I sit on the John Cena spinners, he'll do an autograph signing here or there. I'll get him fucking signed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, and then you could potentially get more down the line.
Yeah.
When he goes in the Hall of Fame, maybe they might move.
Really? I'll tell you, Robinson. I ordered something from I ordered the Fanatics belt on Mercari. Guy never sent it.
Wow.
Beautiful thing about Mercari is you get your money back.
Yeah.
But the guy never sent it. So I got it from, who did I get it from? Did I get it on eBay? I got it on eBay.
Yeah.
Guy came to my house. Dropped it off. So I got my Saudi Arabia belts coming. Look, I'm going to be spending some money on SummerSlam. You guys know that because it's in Jersey. You know? But when I buy the belts now, I buy it with the understanding that if I ever want to sell it, I'm selling it at a loss. And so I only buy the shit that like I want to keep. That's my thing. That's like if I want to keep it, I'll buy. The only time it was easy to sell was the Vegas Vegas Goldens this year. I bought 5, sold 4 within a couple days at like double the price minimum.
By the way, I want to tell a little secret if I could, if it's all right with you, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So like he just said, yeah, he bought 5 and he sold them a few days. We loved playing with you guys and triggering you, saying, "Oh, he bought 20 and 30 of them and stuff," and then having people fucking flip out and lose their fucking minds.
Oh, people were
That was
furious.
amazing. That was amazing to watch. People just losing their freaking shit with the idea.
There should be only a limit of 1.
I got the Philly, I got the Snoop, I got them all. And the Philly, again, I've told this story, but the crazy thing is, I was probably on the phone with Mike because why not, right? And I just happened to be on WWE Shop looking for something else.
When you
And
saw
I
it,
was like, oh shit, there's a golden belt. This is the Philly one. Oh shit, there's only 50. And I grabbed 1. I should have grabbed more. There's only 50, limited 50. And I grabbed 1 and I was in and out and boom, and I got it. And I didn't even realize it was that big of a deal. You know what I mean? And now I see what they sell for now. And it's like, wow, I really got lucky. Really got lucky. Just happened to be on the shop at the right time.
I have a feeling the prices, or I shouldn't say the prices, because the prices will probably go up if anything next year. But the value will go down for each successive WrestleMania Golden title they make, because it seems like they keep making more and more and more. The first one, the Snoop Dogg, was only like 25 or something.
35, I think.
There's 35, and what was the Vegas one? How many was that limited to?
50 online, 50 at the shop.
Okay, so 100 total. The Vegas one was limited at 750. So they're definitely increasing as each successive year goes on.
Yeah, so like if you do now, the next one's like 1,500 or something. Like,
Yeah.
I would probably only buy 1 in that case because the resale value is not going to be there.
But with
I'm not
them
gonna-
with them doing Vegas again this year for Mania, are people really going to want it because it's just kind of a run it back situation?
Well, they'll do. I mean, they're all running backs, right?
That's-
So they'll do a different strap.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like,
They'll do a different strap
wonder
design.
what the strap would look like.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
I'll
know.
probably get it.
I mean, this one has like weird, like I guess it's meant to be like roulette wheel looking designs or something. I could see them doing like maybe dice or cards or something for the next one, maybe.
That'd be cool. Or you could even do a silhouette of like the Vegas Strip because they did in the Fanatics belt. They did in New York City.
It'd be cool
Yeah.
if they sent in like a blackjack's box, like something like
Yo, that would
style.
be cool. That would be cool.
The mini, I could see that for the mini. Definitely. So, you know what? I want to touch on one more belt hobby thing, if you want to call it that, before we get into some wrestling here. And I said to Carmen, I'm going to talk about this because I'm still flabbergasted by this. So,
His gasket has been flabbered.
yes, my gasket is gone. So, a few weeks ago, I guess it was, right? WWE Shop was, I guess, well, probably, and Fanatics, since they're both basically the same, was selling a signed WrestleMania 41 Golden title, signed by both John Cena and Cody Rhodes, for the low price of $5,000. And I thought to myself, what the actual fuck is this? Like at this point, what the hell is wrong with them that they think people are like? Carmine can tell you, he's got a golden title. He had it signed by Cena, and he's going to get it signed by Cody Rhodes SummerSlam weekend.
And Rhodes is like 200. Cena was 250 or 300.
250, and you paid $850 for the belt. So you're
Yeah.
talking like $1,300. That's a freaking $3,700 markup. What the actual shit? Like how the fuck is wrong with you? You think Cena and freaking Cody Rhodes autograph is worth $3,000 to both of them together? Over
Crazy, dude.
$3,000. It's absolutely insane.
They're probably hoping to sell it to the casual fan and the person who doesn't know any better. Just like, oh, hey, look, they have this. It's legit. So I'm willing to pay that, because for the casual collector, if you will, something like that is a once in a lifetime purchase. It's a centerpiece. It's something that they would probably have framed and put up on a wall. So
I'll give you an example, dude. I was able to score on I had to pay $400 for the poster. Is an original Godfather poster from Italy, which Jay Cross, if you're watching, you would love this. It says Il Padrino instead of the Godfather on it. And Francis Ford Coppola signing it for free. Okay. That's going to be worth a lot more than that belt. I know what you're saying, but giving examples, like there's Hall of Fame signings for baseball this weekend where you can get a lot cheaper stuff that's going to be worth a lot more money. I'm sorry, there was the FBI just caught somebody with bombs headed for Manhattan.
Oh, wonderful.
You know what would be a good idea? WWE could make money on this. Okay? Because we're talking about the Cena and Rhodes signed WrestleMania belt. What if they did a Winged Eagle starting with WrestleMania 10, signed by Bret Hart and never mind. You can't do 10. Never mind. Scratch that out. WrestleMania 11, signed by Diesel and HBK. 12, signed by HBK, Bret Hart.
Yes.
Like 14, HBK, Austin. 15, Rock. Like, you know, and do that.
Huge.
And here's the thing: Cena's autograph is going to be worth garbage pretty soon.
Nothing.
He signs everything, everywhere. He's like every month he's at multiple conventions, multiple signings, and he signs everything.
I got a signed picture of him at a SmackDown for $25.
Yeah. I believe that. Yeah,
Same with the Cody one for $30.
Yeah.
I saw somebody at either SmackDown this past Friday. It wasn't yesterday. It wasn't Raw. So it had to be either SmackDown this past Friday or last Monday's Raw, not yesterday's. They were selling an autographed poster or picture, whatever you want to call it, of Cena and Cody from WrestleMania. Okay, I guess they had these left over or whatever. What signed by both, and I think it was $125 at the event.
Oh, I'm going to say this. So Robinson says authenticated versus signed at a convention. So signed at the convention, the Philly convention, right? The John Cena was also authenticated with the sticker at that convention.
Yeah.
Rhodes will be authenticated at SummerSlam, and they'll have both authentication stickers. It's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
A Fanatic sticker doesn't mean shit. Like it doesn't mean that much more, especially with what's going on in the autograph market right now. If you're following with all those bogus authentication stickers.
Yeah.
So, I think as long as people know they're real, I guarantee you. No, I get you. I get what you're saying, Robinson. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying that it's not going to raise the price of the belt $3,000.
Well, that's why, like, if I see like a sticker on something on eBay, if I want something, I'll go to that site, type in the number.
Here's the problem. So they'll get, let's say, an Aaron Judge, right? Aaron Judge signed a baseball, and they'll get a real sticker, and they will use that number hundreds of times. So when you type it in, it says, "Oh, Aaron Judge authenticated autograph." Go for the ones where they show you the picture. They show you an actual picture of the item. Then you know.
So even if the sticker's on that baseball,
it doesn't mean shit. Yeah. No, it's a big scandal. Look it up.
Yeah, I've heard about this too. Yeah.
Big scandal that millions of fake autographs of Ohtani, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Judge, the big names, the really, really big names. So, like, if you got, I don't know, who's big in Cleveland?
LeBron will still be big in Cleveland.
No. I mean, in baseball, like historically.
I mean,
be like if you got a bogus Jim Tomei.
Jim Tomei, Albert Bell.
So they wouldn't bother to fake a Jim Tomei because it's not worth what a LeBron is worth. They were faking the high ticket items. So I got a genuine Moose autograph.
True.
Legitimate. So, Mike, our next topic is It's 8:53.
Well, let's talk about Mr. Hulk Hogan.
Mr. Hulk Hogan.
Yes. The rumors circulating around him and the apparent truth that we just found out today.
Yo, Bubba the Love Sponge is spreading a lot of gossip about him that's bullshit.
Yeah, and I wonder if he could get sued for that, if it's not true.
I'm surprised nobody's calling him out or going after him.
As somebody in the news industry, I can tell you that you absolutely can be sued in the news for giving fake news if you know it to be fake. Yes, it's probably not legitimate.
Falsifying news.
Yeah, can't do it. So Hogan, go ahead, Mike, would tell the story.
Well, so basically, Bubba the Love Sponge has been saying for a while now that Hulk Hogan was on his deathbed. He's not been on it because apparently he went in for surgery or something. They're saying surgery, but I don't know if that's
So it was neck surgery, and they went in through the front. Bischoff talked about this on a podcast, on one of his podcasts, and they were worried about complications, like that could arise from anybody having that surgery. It was literally just a routine surgery.
Okay, and I don't know if there was or was not complications. There were rumors there were, there were rumors there weren't. But Bubba basically...
Just video of Hogan on getting pulled over by the cops.
Yeah, I mean, but basically Bubba had him on his deathbed. Like said, he was on events, and he could speak. They called the family in to say that he was, on his way out and the whole thing and all that stuff. And then this past few days, he was talking again. He said Hogan is basically... They went through extraordinary measures, he says, to take Hogan home in secret so like he could be more comfortable, and then he can't talk anymore because there's damage to his trachea and stuff from the surgery. And I'm like, damn, this is not good. But apparently it turns out to really be no truth whatsoever.
No truth.
And
Yeah,
Jimmy Hart himself came out today because Bubba cited a source close to Jimmy Hart or something like that is one of the ones saying that Hogan was really in bad shape. Jimmy Hart himself came out tonight and posted on social media that Hogan's doing good.
Hogan was at his
right?
beat shop doing karaoke with his kid Nick.
Yeah.
I mean,
so obviously he could speak if he's doing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just looked up his him and Bischoff's that wrestling company, the Freestyle, just got picked up by Fox Nation, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And their first show is here in Cleveland, August 30th.
And the tickets are selling like crap cakes. I mean, hot cakes.
I like crab cakes.
Not crab cakes, crap cakes.
Crap cakes. Okay.
Crap. C-R-A-P. Crap cakes.
Crap cakes as opposed to, okay.
Don't hate on Hulk Hogan, the greatest of fucking all time to step in the ring.
Well, I know some people wouldn't agree.
In the words of Undertaker, brother should have bobbed and weaved.
Brother should have bobbed and weaved.
Did you watch the WrestleMania doc? Come on, man.
No. Did I? Which
what is
one?
Wrong with you? The untold story of WrestleMania 9?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I see Mike just share. Yeah, you just shared that thing. That's going to be huge, bro.
Yeah, I just had I'm sorry. I know we're on the show here, but I actually had just do a work.
We work. You understand something? We literally work 24/7.
Yeah, if there's something breaking, I got it. Yeah, get it up there on social media. I was listening, you guys, but at the same time, I was typing.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, like Robinson says, supposedly the recent rumor came from Jimmy Hart, but then Jimmy Hart completely dispelled it. So,
Who is Robinson?
Charles Robinson? Charles Robinson's here. He said he's going to be out with a broken rib for a while anyway.
Is that Robinson Crusoe?
What?
Bill Nature.
Like Moose Caruso, it's primitive as can be. Moose, what do you want to talk about before we get going here? By the way, did you get my? I'm looking at your beard the way it looks. Getting ready. Christmas time's almost upon us. Did you get my list of toys?
Yes, I did.
Perfect.
I mean, I'm pretty good with how wrestling's going. There was a big weekend for it, obviously, recently. And I will say, as the resident AEW fan,
Oh, you're the guy?
yes, yeah, their 6-hour pay-per-view, literally the show ran for 6 hours. And I get
Nobody ever told them that too much is too much.
I don't know. I get that it was a big show for them and all that, but now there's like rumors going around that they did it on purpose and they were purposely trying to counter program, and I don't know, but that's just some of the rumor that I've read. But I think wrestling or sports entertainment, as it were, is healthy.
Attendance at Evolution was 8,351, and a lot of those were papered. Women's wrestling doesn't stand on its own.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just that it's been a good run over the last few months for wrestling as a whole, and I'm happy to see it. I think everything's kind of clicking on, I don't say all cylinders, but like Slammiversary was Sunday night, and that was apparently a really good show.
I heard, yeah.
The Hardy Boys won tag titles, and it looks like we're going to get Hardy's Dudleys one more time.
Wow.
So it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It's fun.
Not as good as when we were kids.
Yeah.
But what do you think,
I saw this spot between the Young Bucks and whoever that team was, and it was just no sell fest. And people in the comments going, "No, this is wrestling." No, this is not fucking wrestling. This is gymnastics.
For the modern era, it is wrestling. But Joe, what were you gonna say?
Moose, your thoughts on NXT taking over TNA and winning the women's and the?
I think it's a matter of time before there's a like an official legally binding partnership between them. If you noticed that, I don't know if it was a real picture or not, but at the end of the TNA pay-per-view, apparently Paul Levesque helped produce it. I don't know if it was just if it was a fake meme or what, but TNA, and I know Mike Jones will be happy about this, TNA is really a good promotion. Like they really do put on a good product.
They actually do. I saw some of the clips and some of the, they actually really do. Bullshit aside,
They've been around for 23 years. They
and they had AJ Styles come back at Slammiversary.
I think here's my opinion on Moose. I think a lot of people say, when is WWE going to absorb TNA? I say, don't absorb TNA. You are better off having the partnership, because if you absorb them, you're going to have way too many wrestlers. This way, there's a promotion where you're still partnering and you're doing things together, and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another promotion in and of itself. Whereas if you absorb them, it's just too much.
If you have TNA wrestlers on WWE show, it's exposure. Like, people are going to tune in to TNA like, oh, what's going to happen? Is someone from WWE going to show up?
Yeah, and I think it's another like look at the partnership or the acquisition of AAA. AAA is a brand upon it of its own. I can't even think of the words. But it's just one of those ways that you can expand a roster, and you can give more opportunities for those people who may not always get TV time, as it were, on Raw and SmackDown. Because like Los Garzas won the AAA tag titles recently, which is huge. And then there's talks about different AAA talent making debuts for WWE. And
I also heard that Los Lobos was going to come in.
Oh, yes. But no, I'm happy with wrestling right now. Really excited about what is yet to come, and I think it's just a good time to be a wrestling fan.
Also, a lot of people don't know this. Never mind Los Lobos and whoever the hell you just said, but there is another group from AAA waiting to make their way to the WWE, and it's one of my favorite groups. It's going to be a takeover, NWO style. You may remember them from a little movie called Short Circuit, and that's Los Locos. Los Locos, apparently ready to make. Listen, this is the gang in Short Circuit too. Would anybody be afraid of these guys? Look at them. These are dancers, for God's sake. If you saw these guys coming down the street, would any of you run? Moose would wave one arm and crush all four of
I thought it was Menudo at first.
them.
But, like, with NXT, like Trick and JC Jane having those titles,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem with it because I think there's a payoff in the end that's coming later down the line.
Yeah,
That's going to help TNA.
Yeah, it's got to be a grander plan that we're not seeing right now, and they're letting it develop at the pace at which it should, which is each week. Like, you've got to tune in to see what's going to happen. You like the big draw for NXT tonight is Undertaker's going to be on there confronting Trick Williams because of some online comments that were made, obviously working to get an angle
LFG.
going.
I don't even know who Trick Williams is.
Trick Williams is a great talent in NXT. He's currently the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and he basically said, I think it's great that you like to roll your eyes in the back of your head because I'm going to knock you the F out. So obviously, and then, yeah, with
That's a good question, Ricky.
Oh yeah, you've got people like the Hardy Boys there. You've got Matt Cardona doing a lot more stuff there. You've got Moose, my other named fellow Moose. You've got good quality talent in TNA, and I think that both of those brands give each other enough of a rub to where, if you don't know who they are, you can obviously internet it, go Google it real quick. But they've got talent, and I think NXT is getting ready to shift again, because like what Joe mentioned, LFG, you've got all this new talent that just came off of that show that's starting to establish and starting to move forward.
I think Moose is one guy I'd like to see really get to WWE and on the main roster, and really, I think he could be a needle mover. I believe he could be a needle mover in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like I said, it's just a good time for wrestling. Everything seems to be clicking for everybody in their own regard.
Just not for me. It's not for me.
So,
my God, Kazarian's still wrestling?
Yeah.
Yes, Frankie Kazarian is still there.
I remember he was doing New Jersey Indies when I was promoting 20 years ago.
Kazarian's one of the originals in TNA when it first started.
Yeah,
I know, but my God, how old is he?
He left AEW, like was like, I'm done, so he could go back to TNA.
Wow. AEW's, in my opinion, just an absolute shit show of a wrestling product. It's not wrestling. And you said it's wrestling for the modern era, but I would say to you, wrestling is wrestling is wrestling is wrestling, and that shit's not wrestling.
That, but you have to look at how a lot of those guys came up. They came up watching the luchadors. They came up watching a lot of Japanese inspired wrestling, and so they're emulating what they saw. And
I never liked Japanese wrestling.
And that's fine.
Or Mexican. Lucha Libre. Oh,
Yeah, and that's what a lot of these guys
Lucha Libre is a massive no-sell fest.
Because it's a different type of wrestling. It's a different product altogether. So that's why this modern style, and I use quotes, is so loosely. There's a no sell. There's a lot of flips. There's a lot of acrobatics.
But in WWE, they still wrestle, man.
WWE does, yeah. WWE doesn't wrestle. They're a weekly soap opera that happens to be about wrestling.
No, but I'm saying the matches are still wrestling, though. They still sell. They still know how to work.
You got two different companies, two different styles.
Yeah. And AEW is for that modern fan that wants different, because either they grew up on WWE and they fell out of it, or it never appealed to them.
If you look at the indies right now, and what do you see? You're going to see a lot of AEW wrestling in there.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But indie style, traditionally, we would say indie style doesn't translate to the national stage. And what you would have to do is you'd have to go to Florida or Ohio Valley, and you'd get retrained to do WWE style wrestling. Because indie style is mostly spot. Which so that always drove me nuts. So when you saw somebody like when I was doing New Jersey indies, when you saw somebody like AJ Mendez, you know, you were like, shit, she's gonna be somebody. Like AJ Lee. You're like, she's gonna be somebody. She's got it. You know, she's got it. Robert Stone in NXT, who was my world champion in my company. His name was Rob Echoes back then. Like he
Robbie Z.
Yeah. He was really good at working a crowd. Didn't like to bump, but he was really good at working a crowd, and managing is honestly the best thing for him. And I mean, he's a good worker. He's a good little worker, and he's got a great body. Like if you could put him on TV as a wrestler and it would work. But yeah, so I mean, there was certain guys that you saw and you were like, that one's got it. That one's going to be somebody. Like when you saw CM Punk, like you knew, as much as he had an attitude problem and I couldn't stand him. But you knew when you saw him, you're like, this guy's got it, you know, he's got it. And there's Ring of Honor had a lot of those guys, you know. I had, in fact, I just got the DVD. I think it might be Samoa Joe's third professional match ever. It was for me. And it was Steve Corino called me that morning. Joe was staying with him. And he's like, listen, I'm bringing this guy Joe down with me. And can you get him a match? I said, well, let's do a tag team with you and da-da-da-da-da. But as soon as you saw him, you were like, holy shit, this guy's legit. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
U.S. Nuclear Weapons Agency breached in Microsoft SharePoint hack.
Lovely.
Excellent news. Yeah, just what we want to hear.
So that's not great. That's not great at all.
No.
So I think, are we good?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Do you
By the
get
way, I'm aggravated because I was looking on Fanatics for that hat, and they only have the white one with the black lettering. I'm like, no, you need the black hat with the white lettering. It's got to be specific.
What were you saying, Carmine?
Do they have cannolis in Cleveland?
Yes. My Italian baker loves this hat every time I go in there because I get tiramisu. I've been on it. Oh, I love tiramisu.
Yeah.
His name's Angelo. His name's Angelo.
So we call it a ganol. In Jersey, we use the accent. We say ganol.
Yeah.
We don't say cannoli. We say ganol.
So my baker Angelo. It's not Enzo the baker. His name's Angelo.
For your father.
He loves my hat every time I go in there. He's like, oh, dude. So.
And do you take the cannoli?
I get tiramisu.
Then you should have a hat that says "Leave the gun, take the tiramisu."
No, because it's from Clemenza.
I know what it's from. Clemenza. I liked Clemenza. He was one of the characters I liked.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. You kind of remind me of Clemenza.
Oh, Clemenza.
You kind of remind me of that guy. Clemenza was kind of a comedian. If you watch like the flashbacks in part 2 when they're young.
Sit down, finish my dinner. Hey, kid, don't play.
Yeah. You kind of have that Clemenza-ish attitude where Mike would be more of the Abe Vigoda, Tessio, and of course, obviously, Moose is Luca. Moose is the Luca Brasi, and I, of course, would be Michael because he's the coolest. I love Michael. I love Michael.
Luca Brasi was a wrestler in real life.
Was a wrestler. That's a shoot.
I was reading trivia on that movie. They said like he was so nervous that
Yep.
like he kept like
child be a masculine child.
That scene, he was so nervous on that scene and the stuttering, all that shit.
Yeah.
That was because he was working with Brando and he was nervous. They just left that in there because he's nervous to meet Vito, but it was actually because he was working with Brando. But he was there because he was an actual gangster, and the gangsters were on set. They were basically providing security. And I won't say which family.
Do you know who Clemenza's in real life? Do you know who he's related to?
No.
His last name's Castellano.
Oh shit! For real, the actor?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Was
That's
his uncle.
wild.
It was his uncle.
Which means that oh god, why is his name slipping my mind? Gambino, Carlo Gambino, then was his relation as well through marriage, because Castellano was the brother-in-law of Gambino.
I mean, we all know who's the greatest
Absolutely. Welcome to Mafia Talk.
of all time, and it ain't Gambino.
Who would you say? Who's the greatest of all time? Who's the GOAT?
Lucky Luciano.
Damn straight. Good man. Are they going to say something stupid?
No, come on.
Luciano
Nobody knows
invented the
that.
5 families, man. And the commission organized that shit.
So before it was the Gambino, it was the Luciano family, man.
Yep. But Carlo was good
Carlo was
in what he did. I mean, he was good at what he did. He was a smart man. Moose, what do you think?
I was muted. Sorry. I'm just enjoying watching Brad Armstrong and Al Perez wrestle. I just got done watching the Sheep Herders and the Rock and Roll Express.
Love the Sheep Herders. Love the Sheep Herders. I was because I watched NWA. I was one of the few WWE fans that watched NWA too. And when I saw the Bushwhackers going to WWE, I was devastated. I was like, "What in the actual shit is this? This is not the team. These are clowns. The guys I watched were bloodthirsty animals. They brought them over as clowns." But I'll say this real quick before we go. You see, we're watching Brad Armstrong. There's a guy. They could not find a gimmick for this guy. That's a guy that should have been pushed and should have been a mainstay on the roster. He had all the tools. He had the look, the charisma, the skills, wrestling skills, unbelievable wrestling skills. Him and Tom Zink, to me, are 2 missed opportunities for wrestling. May they rest in peace. Guys who should have been pushed to the moon and weren't.
Because Brad held the lightweight title for a little bit.
If Brad Armstrong and Tom Zink existed today in their prime, they're world champions. Am I wrong, Moose?
Wasn't Zink in WWF? He was the part of the Can-Am.
Can-Am Connection.
That's right.
Yeah. Moose, you disagree?
I
You don't think Brad Armstrong is better than Seth Rollins?
They're different. They're so different.
Mike, do you have an opinion? Do you know?
I mean, honestly, I really wasn't watching much during those days.
Yeah.
Or not really watching it at all. But
Joe? Oh,
I saw a little bit of Brad when he was the lightweight title, and then, like later in WCW, he was a jobber. They had him on a lot of Saturday night's main event. Saturday night,
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't know you weren't finished. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, yeah, I remember Brad Armstrong, and wasn't he Fantasia in the Freebirds too?
And he was also
Fantasia,
Spider-Man.
Arachnoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, it always be
I
Candyman.
Fantasia, I did. I don't know why, but I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brad Armstrong was also. I forgot about this. When Master P and the No Limit Soldiers were in WCW in 98, 99, Brad Armstrong was a part of that group.
Oh, boy.
As what?
Oh, I forget his name. It was like BA something.
Yeah, he did some like rapping gimmick.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he did the hippie gimmick.
I promise we're going to wrap up after this question.
When they
I
feud with
promise.
the West Texas Rednecks.
Mm-hmm.
I promise we'll wrap up after this question. But Moose, why did they do the Fantasia thing with the Freebirds?
So they wanted a third Freebird. Gordy was making too much money in Japan. Buddy Roberts was basically retired.
Okay.
Retired at that point. So they wanted a third Freebird. From the way I look at it, they just wanted a third Freebird.
Wait, not Fantasia. They called him Bad Street.
Oh,
His
it's
name was
Bad Street.
Oh no,
Yeah.
wasn't he Fantasia at first though? And then they changed him to Bad Street or something. I swear he was Fantasia at first.
Hold on.
I don't know.
No, I believe he was always Bad Street.
But why'd they put
Or
him in
no,
a-
he was Fantasia. He was
See, don't you
both.
Yeah, it was Brad Armstrong as Fantasia, yes.
No.
But why? All right, so why? But why put him in a mask, Moose?
Because they didn't want you to think that babyface Brad Armstrong was now somehow a bad guy.
Okay,
Yeah, you know who was pretty good? The Young Pistols.
they were good.
Smothers and
Smothers and Steve Armstrong.
they were, I believe, the NWA 6-man
They're
tag team
US
champion
tag
with
champs.
Was it Junkyard Dog? Oh man, who was it?
Funky Cold Mikey. Where'd you get that name from today?
Well, I thought about Funky Cole Medina, but I didn't want to be accused of assaulting people. So then,
You want to be an age child?
yeah, it's true.
Oh.
I mean, we,
All right, guys, great show tonight. Hit the topics, beautiful. C4 versus Classic Shields, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments in section if you see this video after, and we'll be here next week. Right, we'll be here next week. We didn't do last week because I was on Sky News, and so we were just really busy. But we'll be here next week, God willing. And thank you guys as always for tuning in. To the 150 bots that didn't show up, we're sorry Joe didn't pay you, but he will take care of that next week. And yeah, so I got a jet. So guys, we love you. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, we ready. This is for the warriors. Blood on the mat, sweat on my skin. I've been fighting for a win, don't need no gimmick. When the lights go down and the crowd starts to roar, I'm coming for the belt, man, I'm coming for more. The struggle's real, but the hustle's heavy. This ain't a game, it's a fight for the ready. We fight through the noise, breaking down walls. Every time we fall, we rise, stand tall. They talking, they hating, but we keep moving. Ain't no stopping the crowd, we choose it. Through the blood, through the pain, we living for the glory. Through the hurt and the shame, we fight through the noise. Can't hear a thing, we making our moves, we own everything. Wrestling through pain, breaking all chains. This is our world, and we taking the reins. Rise up from the ashes, rise from the dirt, from the first bell ring to the final hurt. We fight through the noise, we won't be ignored. This is our story, we're taking the floor. Through the ropes, through the crowd, we don't quit. Ain't no fear when you're fighting with grit. Body slam, then we stand, take the blow. A real champ knows when it's time to grow. Tearing up the ring, tear up the doubt.